autumn around the corner, a bit chilly in the mornings now, isn't it? Farmers are now starting to plough their fields, ready to plant next year's crops.
You're also starting to get an idea of what impact the last 12 months of extreme weather's had on yields and on the price of food we buy. Well, our environment correspondent David Gregory joins us now from Warwickshire. A good or bad year for farmers, David?
Well, good and bad, Nick, it has to be said. We're here in Sherborne and we're the guests of the Forest of Arden Agricultural Society, and they've been hosting their annual ploughing competition here today. It's just winding down, which is a good job actually, because we've had to borrow the generator from their beer tent to keep our satellite truck going because we've had a few technical problems. But that said, a ploughing match is a really good chance for farmers to gather and take stock and look back and see how harvest has gone and look forward and see what lessons can be learnt. With that in mind, what people really want to know is what effect has 12 months of really extreme weather had on something as vital as our wheat harvest? This is the 63rd annual ploughing match held by the Society. Classes range from Shire horses right up to modern tractor. And for a group of farmers, the talk of harvest is surprisingly upbeat.
In this area, the farmers are satisfied, yeah, and had good quality and average yields, I think, yeah.
Satisfied, that's the closest I've heard a farmer come to being excited. So there's a sense here that harvest did go better than might have been expected. But for definite figures, we need to go a few miles down the road. The headquarters of the National Farmers Union at Stoneleigh, near Coventry, home to the experts who've been tracking just how well crops have performed after what's been quite a year.
Farmers started the autumn last year with quite wet conditions in the planting season, which was then followed by a horrendous snow, which lasted far longer than farmers around here are used to. Then it didn't rain very much at all during the spring, so they were very nervous and biting their nails all the way through, worrying that we weren't going to have much of a crop. And then by the time the summer came round, it cooled down, slowed the crop development down, which actually helped improve the yield, but it did make harvesting a bit more challenging.
So after all this, how have things turned out?
It's been a year of wild fluctuations, both in the market and, of course, in the weather. And I think they were very nervous back in early June. I think their fears eased a little bit, and they've turned out to have an excellent harvest, an excellent yield this year.
But as ever, it swings and roundabouts in farming.
So at the end of all that, David, what does this mean for the price of food that we're going to be buying?
Well, as I said, Nick, it swings and roundabouts. So although the wheat price is very good for farmers at the moment, farmers who have, for example, pigs, well, they feed the wheat to the pigs, and obviously we also use wheat to make flour. So the price of your, let's say, chicken burger or pork in a nice bacon bap, in a nice floury bready bap, that might actually end up going up in the next few months.
Yeah, but David, it is good news for farmers though, isn't it?
It is, and the NFU says yields here in the Midlands are actually better than the rest of the country where the weather really was a big problem. And with global wheat prices quite high, that's good. But I think farmers here will just be saying, well, to protect next year's wheat crop, I'm going to take that money and invest it in the farm. So better irrigation, perhaps better drainage to cope with all these extreme weather events we increasingly seem to be having when farming here in the Midlands. Back to you.
David, thanks very much. It's very pleasant.
I was going to say, it looks like a balmy summer's evening. Shirt sleeves, rippling biceps and all that.
Don't know about that, but anyway.
Slightly deceptive.